Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hey, Verbs. Hey, Beach Bum. I can always count on you guys to show up. Lisa must still be asleep. I messaged her and I haven't heard back from her. I just wanted to do a quick chat. Mark left with his parents to go eat breakfast and go to the flea market, even though it's raining. And I was like, crap, I'll just do a quick little live stream. He'll probably come back and interrupt us, but that's okay. I'm not planning on talking about anything special. Um, I was going to say something and I forgot. Oh, yeah. Did y'all see that video I put up of the guy from my area that murdered his grandmother? It's crazy. Bad things happen everywhere, even in small towns. Well, Beach Bum, I appreciate you and Burbs and Lisa. Y'all's always in here. Southern Mom, Cheryl. They really hope. Oh, y'all's always in here supporting me. I appreciate it. I've not been in Discord much. I've just had a lot going on and then dealing with leg pain, and I think I've gotten a little depressed, just to be honest. A little down in the dumps. But anyhow, I will be all right. I need to make myself socialize more. You can always tell when I'm depressed because I withdraw. I don't really talk to people much. You know. It happens. But anyhow, um, oh yeah, and my older dogs, Smokey and Chloe. Oh my gosh, guys, they have been peeing all over my house. It is about to drive me crazy. Like last night, there was like three different pee pads that was used, plus Smokey peed in my living room. Thank goodness I got laminated flooring. Um, Crap, the other day I was standing back here in Timothy's room, the only room in the house with carpet. He comes back here and I have my back turned at my desk messing with the laptop and I start hearing water and I turn around and he is squatting and peeing on Timothy's carpet. And I'm like, what the crap are you doing, Smokey? You know, it's just been a lot. But good news, Skylar is recovering. The ear treatment the vet's doing's working. She's got to go back 6 weeks, which is like October 8th or something like that, for another treatment. She had a really, really bad ear infection. I'm scared of bathing her now when she needs it. I gotta come back out of my chat. Let me refresh here. But anyhow, I wonder where everyone's at this morning. Well, there's a drama stream going right now, so a lot of people's probably over there. I'm not going to stay on too long because Will's going to be live here shortly. Anyways, our new brand, whatever you want to call it, theme for the channel is reading, reacting, and discussing true crime. I'm going to make me like a banner that says that for my channel because I do a lot of reading on here. Because I'm not good at wording stuff myself. I get all tongue tied, you know. So that's what we're going to do with that. Also, when we get to 3,000 subscribers, I need, well, I'm like at 2,540, I think, subscribers. When we get to 3,000, we're going to have a giveaway. I've been wanting to have a giveaway, but I couldn't think of what I wanted to give away. I thought, well, like a coffee mug. And then I got this idea that I'm going to go just like pick the items and it's going to be like a gift basket is what I'm going to give away with items I've picked out, like chicken poop chapstick. They sell it at Tractor Supply. No, it's not got chicken poop in it, but it's like an all natural chapstick that's made right here in the United States. I figured I'd put a coffee mug in there, um, a T-shirt, and just other little items that I've picked out from the store. Personalize it, I guess. Oh, thanks, Beach Bum. Yeah, so that's the idea that I have. It's going to be like quite a few items, and we're going to have a party. But I got to get to 3,000 subscribers. Hey, got big plans, Beach Bum. Yeah, we will have a party. I'll turn the camera on. We'll have a party. We're also going to have a Halloween party. Of course, I'll be on camera because I got to have a Halloween costume. Hopefully, I can get some more creators to come up with me on panel in costume. I was thinking maybe I could do it out on the porch, be decorated all up and Halloween stuff, have a jack o' lantern, of course, carved, lit up. Some of you subscribers could come up on panel for the Halloween party. Wouldn't kill you guys. Um, I can't wait to get to 3,000 subscribers because, like, I really want to do that giveaway. It's going to be cool. We're going to do it. I saw like a really cool leather journal. The cover and back, is leather, and it's got like a rooster carved into it. I thought about putting that into the gift basket. Going to have quite a few items, cool items. Well, we could look at the true crime, see what's going on. I saw a case that I hadn't even heard about, but this little baby was shot, a newborn baby. Let me see if I can find it here. It broke her, like it shattered her pelvic and everything. And I was thinking, like, why has this not been in the news? This should be all over the news. I think this happened in Norfolk, Virginia. Let me get the little girl's thing here. So much evil going on in the world. I don't think anyone's been arrested for shooting this 4-week-old baby. The world's gone crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy. The family wants justice. Let's see. Let's listen to it.
People, including a mother and her 1-month-old daughter, were shot in the Huntersville section of the city. 10 News Side's Regina Mobley has exclusive details on a developing story that we've been following for 3 days.
Anita, when George Floyd was killed by police officers, thousands poured into the streets here and across the country to demand justice. 3 days after a 1-month-old was shot and left with devastating injuries, only a handful of people have come forward to say this very young Black life matters.
Just gotta pray. She's taking it one day at a time.
Honesty Breon was born July 25th. On August 25th, Honesty, her mother Jakiria, and 3 other people were shot outside the Breon home in the 800 block of East Princess Anne Road. Honesty is fighting for her life at Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters. The infant's injuries are devastating. Her pelvis is shattered. Both femurs were hit, and there's damage to her reproductive system. The other shot are expected to survive. Concerned neighbors are circulating a flyer in hopes of finding those responsible in a neighborhood where young people have easy access to weapons that they don't hesitate to use.
If we had a problem with somebody, we use these. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we fought it out and was friends the
Next
next
day, right.
Community activist Stacey Robinson, a former drug kingpin, calls the violence self-inflicted genocide that the Black Lives Matter movement has failed to address.
Nobody's been outraged about the killings of black people by black people.
Robinson has partnered with Police Chief Larry Boone, who turned to social media Wednesday to ask where
That's
is the
sad.
outrage.
We have a human being that has barely been on this earth for 30 days, and they are already a statistic of gun violence.
Meanwhile, the Breon family is praying for honesty and praying for justice.
She 1 month old, fighting for her life. Please help us get justice for honesty.
More disturbing details in this case. The grandmother and one other source tell me an assault-style weapon, possibly an AK-47, was used in this crime. Police will not release any information on the weapon used. If you have any information on this case, call the Norfolk Crime Line at 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP.
Isn't that sad? Barely been on this earth, 4 weeks old, and shot with an AK-47. That's just horrible, people, baby girl. Yeah. And that's an awful case in Florida. The 2 brothers that were brutally murdered in their home, Robert and Tayton, I think that's their names, Baker, Putnam County, Florida. Man, there's a lot of bad stuff that goes on in Florida. Of course, there's a lot of bad stuff everywhere, but a lot of these cases that I read about and we talk about on here are out of Florida and Texas. Texas is another state. There's a lot of gang violence up in Northern Virginia. Let's see. See what else is going on. I'm just bored, guys, so I'm just on here. Let's see. I'm going to get on Crime Online and see what's happening. I forgot to find a good topic this morning when I was reading True Crime. Okay, so the story that I was just talking about is trending. It says, developing. Florida mom wakes up to find her 2 children beaten to death with hammer, knife without mercy. And it turns out the suspect was very familiar with them. He was living in the family shed in the backyard. He was dating the children's aunt, their mom's sister. Let's just open it up and see. It's not giving any more updates. I think the sheriff gave a press conference. I wish I had watched that. I think it's right here, though. He's got a cool name, Gator Deloach. I don't see the press conference. Just a post about it. Looks like he might be running for re-election. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that county right. I think it's Putnam. Anyhow, let me get out of that. Oh my God, I was wondering about a relationship. Yeah, I think his name is, if I'm not mistaken, let me go back. I know it's Wilson. I can't remember the first name. He does have a criminal history excuse me, he does have a criminal history, but he doesn't have a history of violence. He's never been charged with any violent crime. That is. Let's screen share. Okay. Yeah, sick killer who slayed 2 Florida boys lived in their family's shed with his girlfriend. So this family had been helping this couple out. They don't know a motive for the crime. I've never seen so many ads before in my life. Okay. So the children's mother said she was sleeping during the murders and woke up to find her boys unresponsive. I'm surprised that she didn't wake up. That had to cause quite a commotion. You would think, one's 12, one's 14. You would have thought they would have, put up a fight. Of course, they could have been asleep. But still, after being hit, you would have thought they would have woken up and tried to fight back, and there would have been a commotion. I'm trying not to be too judgmental, but so the victims, Robert Baker, 12, Tayton Baker, 14, found murdered Tuesday. And it says inside a common area of the family's Melrose home. So I'm wondering if the kids were down there sleeping in the common area or if they were down there maybe up gaming or watching TV. I know my son, he's their age. He stays up kind of late and games. Hey, Alyssa, I've just been on here running my mouth. Bored. So we're just looking at true crime here. Okay, and it says investigators found a hammer and a knife inside the residence. The sheriff confirmed both items were used as weapons during the attacks. Says the children's mother said she was asleep with a younger child when the incident happened and woke up to find her boys unresponsive. She called 911 immediately, but the attack left both victims dead. The children's grandfather, who lives nearby, said he attempted CPR while waiting for help to arrive. Now, the family had just moved into this area. I believe it's called Melrose on Shiloh Road. And they moved there to be closer to relatives. So the suspect is Mark Wilson Jr., age 30 years old, living in the shed on the family's property with his girlfriend. The victim's family know Mark Wilson. It just says they had recently moved closer to relatives. They just moved in. Okay, it says the sheriff said they did a lot to help them, and unfortunately, it ended in the deaths of Robert and Tayton. Yeah, it's the mom's sister's boyfriend, so it's the kid's aunt's boyfriend. Although significant evidence was found linking Wilson to the killings, the sheriff said they're still working to determine the motive. It says, unfortunately, Robert and Tayton were the ones who suffered whatever was going through Wilson's twisted agenda. And prosecutors could seek the death penalty. He needs the death penalty. He butchered these kids. God almighty, how scared they must have been. When I read this, I think, oh my God, this is like something out of a horror movie. Here you have this person that you know coming inside your house, freaking taking a knife and hammer to you. Oh my gosh. So Wilson has an extensive criminal history, including property crimes and drugs, but no known charges for violent crimes until now. He's been charged with 2 counts of murder and remains behind bars without bail. And he's scheduled for a first appearance hearing on Saturday. I've never heard it worded like that. The first appearance hearing. Maybe they left out the court. They make a lot of typos on here. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, there was an ex-police union president. He was arrested for sexually abusing 4 children. Some of them related. Brian Marshall, mom didn't hear nothing. That's what I said. Like, I'm trying not to be judgmental, but like these boys are 12 and 14 years old. You know they had to put up a fight. He had to, more than likely attack one at a time. You know the other one had to have been woken up if they were asleep. But like I said, I got a son their age, and he stays up late gaming sometimes. He shouldn't, but he does. It's usually arraignment. Yeah. Yeah, that's worded weird. But like I said, they make a lot of typos on Crime Online. Welcome, Brian. I don't know if I've ever saw you before. Welcome to the chat. Hey, faithful one. I hope your daughter's healing up. I know she had surgery and you'd been driving back and forth to the hospital. Something's just not right with this story right here. Something just don't sit right with me. Yes, he probably did the attacks, but I don't know. Something just don't feel right. How did she not wake up? For some reason, when I think about this case, I think about Darlie Retier's case. She woke up and an intruder had killed her kids, she claimed, and tried to kill her. We all know how that turned out. I'm new. Glad I'm here. Oh, welcome, Brent. Glad to have you. Okay. I like seeing new people come in. Let's see, what else were we going to talk about? Oh, yeah, this police cop. I think she's in Boston. Yeah, been molesting kids for years. Sick son of a bitch. I think it's worse when people of authority, you know what I mean, commit these crimes like this. Crap. I'm going to have to get a mouse for my laptop. I do not like this little thing that moves my cursor. It doesn't do right. Or I don't know how to work it. Lisa, where the hell have you been? I messaged you. Okay, ex-police union president who sexually abused young relative, raped 4 additional children. He's a retired cop in Massachusetts. He was charged Tuesday with sexually abusing and raping 4 more children. Patrick Rose Sr., 66. He's charged with 11 counts of non-aggravated rape of a child, 5 counts of indecent assault. The Suffolk County District Attorney said in a statement that Rose raped 3 of the victims in the 1990s. He allegedly assaulted the 4th victim, who was younger than 14, within the past 2 years. Oh, he's probably molested a lot more than that. Rose was initially arrested for sexually abusing a relative starting when she was 7. In regards to that case, he was charged with indecent assault and battery of a child under 14, aggravated rape of a child, enticement of a minor, open and gross lewdness. And dissemination of matter harmful to a minor. I cannot say that word. Go. He'll never see the light of day again. They got evidence to convict him. He'll die in prison. Right where he needs to be if he did this. So his bail wasn't increased. It was 250,000. It increased to 270,000 in light of the new 16 new criminal counts. Damn, I can't read this morning. People like that with authority should get a worse sentence and punishment. I so agree with you, Brian. Speaking of that, Catholic school teacher in New Jersey been having sex with her student. She pulled a Mary Kay Letourneau. Sometimes I feel bad about saying stuff about Mary Kay because she just passed away from cancer. Um, but gosh, I hate that for her children. But the facts are she was a predator. She had sex with a 12-year-old boy, a boy that she had once taught in second grade. Then when he came to sixth grade, that's when she started messing with. That's sick. 30-some-year-old woman doing that. Any adult doing that. That's sick. We had around here, it was down in Tennessee, but a guard at the jail, correctional officer, he got an inmate pregnant. And Buddy, at his sentencing, the judge gave him down the road because he's in a position of authority, and he abused that. Okay, so Catholic school teacher sexually assaulted student. It goes. A teacher at a Catholic high school in New Jersey was arrested Wednesday for allegedly sexually abusing one of her students starting when he was 17. The office of the Camden County prosecutor said in a statement that Bridget Sapira, 36, assaulted the victim between January 2019 and March 2020. The boy was reportedly a student in Sapira's literature class at Camden Catholic High School. She also coached the girls' lacrosse team at Camden Catholic High School. Okay, so the victim said he and Sapira had sex in his vehicle at several locations in Cherry Hill, including a hotel parking lot, Sapira's home, Sapira's mother's residence. Sapira allegedly also sexually assaulted the student in his home. Sick bitch. Okay, so she allegedly admitted to committing offenses in multiple towns. So she's charged with sexual assault and endangering the welfare of a child in Camden County. And I can't pronounce this. Gloucester Township, something like that. Authorities said she may face additional charges. So she was immediately fired from her teaching job following her arrest. There's a lot of female predators out there. There are. How many more kids did she have with her victim after he turned 18? I think a couple more. Brian, I just got through reading that book. Actually, Beach Bum sent it to me as a gift. Allegedly, he was the only one. But when I was reading the book, there was a part in it that was talking about she taught him in second grade. And one of her babysitters recalled that when she taught him in second grade, she used to go on and on about how he was just this wonderful kid, this artistic kid, wise beyond his years. The woman was sick. She was a complete Fruit Loop. Mary Kay had a lot going on in her head, and she just wouldn't get help for it. She wouldn't admit it. Like her, when she was growing up, her younger brother drowned in the swimming pool. Mary Kay was in the pool, not watching him, and he drowned. She said that never affected her life. Never affected her life. Traumatic event like that. She was just, I don't know, off in her own little world, delusional. But after reading that book, I firmly believe that she had that kid picked out from the time he was in second grade. And I think Billy, whatever you want to call him, I think as he got older, he had to have realized that what Mary Kay done was wrong to him. She took his childhood. He was only 12 years old. 12 years old. Hey, Remy. Good morning. The name of the book is If Loving You Is Wrong. Now, I have to tell you, the author seems sympathetic to Mary Kay. Really. And you know what was so shocking in this book? I had to put the book down from reading it. At one point, I was getting so mad because most of the women in this community were defending her. Oh, they're Romeo and Juliet. Bullcrap. She's a sick predator. She molested, raped, whatever you want to call it, that boy. He was a child, 12 years old. And these women are defending her. And the men were the ones that were calling her a predator. Some of these women were defending her so hard to their husbands that it was causing problems in their marriage. It angered me when I was reading it. I had to put the book down. I could not believe what I was reading. That these women with kids of their own were defending this woman. But I bet you they wouldn't have been defending her if it had been their little boy. Feel better, Remy. Maybe not delusional, but desensitized. Yeah. Well, she's both. She's both. She was both. She really believed there was nothing wrong with what she did. She even stated she'd never admit that it was wrong. They had this beautiful love story. I mean, she would tell everyone that he was so mature, so artistic, wise beyond his years, she would always say. And it was bullcrap. He wasn't. He was no different than the other little boys. This is all in her head. She had some real problems. She was married to a man she didn't even love, didn't even really want to marry. Her childhood was messed up. Her dad had this affair, fathered kids with this woman, a piece of trash. One of the kids he fathered with her was a little boy, and this woman actually tied a string around his private parts. Caused a lot of damage. She was charged with it. Her dad didn't want anything to do with his children he had with this mistress either. He didn't want to pay child support, anything. And her mother was kind of cold. Didn't show her much love and attention growing up. But according to Mary Kay, none of these things bothered her. Never affected her life. She's delusional, guys. How can you defend someone like that? That's crazy thoughts. I don't know, Brian. I'm telling you, I've never gotten that mad reading a book before. Of course, I get mad reading these true crime articles. But yeah, I've really had to put down the book and walk away. It blew my mind that women would defend her. Grown ass woman having sex with a 12-year-old little boy, a sixth grader. They were defending her. Pissed me off. Like I said, they wouldn't defend her if it was their child. Bet you my bottom dollar. Remy, did you have a tree go through your window? Oh my goodness. Brent says I wouldn't be sympathetic if it was my son. I'd have beat the brakes off her if that had been my kid. I know violence isn't the answer, but mess with my kid and I'm going to get violent. Very protective over my son because of my childhood. Of course, I'm going to be. Supposed to be. Can you imagine how her kids felt? Because I think they were older, like teenagers. They were so embarrassed. Here's the thing, Bryn. Her oldest son actually saw her in bed with Billy having sex. The daughter saw her and Billy in the shower together. Now, her son is Billy's age, and he knew what was going on, but he was just so embarrassed that he didn't want to say anything. She wasn't allowed to have any contact with those kids after all this came out. See what happened? They were all going to keep it hush hush. Everyone was going to keep it hush hush. Mary Kay's husband found her journal. That's how everyone found out. He found the journal. He told his family members. He took that journal too and hid it away, But he told his family members. They didn't want it to go public because of the kids. They didn't want it reported. Steve was just going to get a quick divorce. Well, one of the family members was like, oh, hell no, this is wrong. She is having sex with a 12-year-old child. So she picked up the phone and made the report. But Steve's grandmother and father and all them, they were trying to keep it quiet. And that the lady that made the phone call, she was like, I just can't live with myself. This is not right. And she told her husband, because she was an in-law, right? It's her husband's family. She told her husband she was going to do it. And he backed her up 100%. She's about the only one in the book that didn't defend Mary Kay. She did the right thing. You got to read it, Brian. Like I said, it starts out kind of slow. I've said this before. The beginning of it starts out kind of slow. But that's kind of good because you get a look into her childhood and stuff. You get to learn all about her father's affair. That's really when it starts getting juicy, when you start reading about that. Now, I think her mother was Catholic. So she was really strict. It said, and it described her as kind of cold. And of course, being Catholic, she didn't believe in divorce, so that's why she didn't divorce Mary Kay's father, even though he fathered children with the tramp. The lady he fathered children with was not a nice person. She tried to blackmail him, extort money from him, everything. It's crazy. You got to read the book. If Loving You Is Wrong. It's really not violent when you beat the shit out of someone who does stuff like that to your kids. It's called Mama Bear. Exactly, Brian. My son calls me that all the time, Mama Bear. He'll be gaming with his friends. They argue back and forth with each other. I'll come back here and I'll be like, they better not be talking to you, mean. He'll mute and say, you're a mama bear. Have y'all had bad storms? I think Laura has shown up. Well, it was raining last night and it's been raining this morning. I hope we don't get any bad storms. I'm surrounded by trees. Crap, I got a tree right beside my mobile home. Hey, Kara, good morning. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Wasn't her dad a congressman? That's why he wanted to hide. Yes, her dad was a congressman. Forgot about that. Good luck at urgent care, Remy. Remy, I feel like you stay sick a lot. You know what always bugged me, guys? Her brother, she was like 16, 17 years old. She was supposed to have been watching her baby brother, who's only, I don't know if he was 5. I believe he was about 5 years old when he drowned. But she was in the swimming pool when this kid drowned. She said she had her back turned and he drowned in the swimming pool. Something's not right about that to me. I question whether she drowned her brother. I don't know if that really was an accident, but that really hurt the family a lot. I reckon he was the favorite child. He was the baby. We got hit by a tornado, got power back last night. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you're okay. Is Bob and Linda, the turkeys, okay? I wonder. I'm not sick. I got up off the couch in the middle of the night. My foot was asleep, and there's a small itty bitty bone broken, but the swelling isn't going down. Oh my gosh, Remy, prayers. I hate that. I know how it feels not to be able to walk right and be in pain. Believe me. Mark's been begging me to make a doctor's appointment. I've got to go, y'all. I'm about crippled. I hate to say that, but it's the damn truth. I can't hardly walk. I woke up in excruciating pain this morning from that tendonitis on my Achilles heel. That damn thing is about the size, a little bit bigger than a ping pong ball, I guess. It's not quite as big as a golf ball yet. Sometimes it feels like it. That's the most painful stuff in the world. Tendonitis, being on your Achilles heel like that, it can eventually make you to where you won't be able to walk. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going beach bum. I've got to make me a dentist appointment too. I'm going to have all my top teeth probably, I don't know, they're going to be pulled and replaced. I may get implants. My mother-in-law is kind enough to do that for me. I got the best mother-in-law. I can't walk, but only on my toes on my right foot. Oh gosh, Remy. I'm going to, guys. I'm going to go. I need surgery. I need knee surgery. The last time I had an MRI, the orthopedic doctor said that he could barely read my MRI because of all the fluid. Yeah. Oh gosh, Brian, we have followed that case closely. We actually did a watch party and watched his pretrial hearing, whatever it was called, preliminary hearing or something. We've been following it closely. We think they're monsters, freaking crazy as hell. My theory is that Lori got her brother Alex Cox to kill Tylee and JJ for her. And he possibly could have killed Tammy. Chad probably did that. I see her ass didn't teleport out of jail, on what was it? July 20 something. I forgot the date. I got a bad memory. She's full of shit. I believe Chad had been wanting rid of Tammy for a long time. And also, let me quit screen sharing. I believe Chad brainwashed Lori, but Lori never was right in the head. She always had these extreme religious beliefs. Someone's not right in the head when they believe they're the chosen one, a celestial being. Come on. But in my opinion, Lori is the most responsible for these kids being murdered. She was their mother. She was supposed to love and protect, care and nurture them. She didn't. She had them murdered. Anyone that got in Lori's way of being with Chad, they were a zombie. Had to be killed. Yeah, the world was going to end July 20 something. I forgot the date, 22nd, 24th, something like that. I wonder what she was thinking in her jail cell when that didn't happen. I wanted one of them to roll on the other, right? I'm not sure if that's going to happen. They seem to have a pretty strong bond. Sickos. Here's what pisses me off. Them sons of bitches went to Hawaii, living their best life, and got married, and just, posing in those pictures, smiling and this and that, knowing those kids were dead, knowing what they did to them. I bet she told the kids that it was for their own good they were killed. Well, they said that the the night that she found out that they found the bodies, that she cut a fit in her jail cell, tore it all up. She knew it was the end of the road for her. She was screwed. She didn't do it because she was upset her kids were dead. She knew they were dead. She tore her cell up because, hey, she knew the gig's up. Piece of crap. Chad may eventually roll on her. I've had a feeling that she might try to say that she didn't know that he was going to murder her kids. She thought that he took them to a safe place, stashed them at someone's house, safe house. They should go seek the death penalty, both cases. I think they should try these two together, don't y'all? That's what I think. I really do believe Alex killed the kids. He was very close to his sister. He worshipped the ground his sister walked on. Remember, he attacked Joseph Ryan over it because they said that Joseph allegedly abused Colby, Lori's oldest son. What gets me, if Lori didn't want JJ anymore or Tylee, why didn't she just give them away to other relatives? Unless it's because they witnessed Charles Bellow's murder, because Lori had Alex kill Charles and try to claim it was self-defense. Come on now. That was set up. They needed all those people out of the way. And it wouldn't surprise me a bit if they didn't have something to do with Joseph Ryan's death. They could have given Joseph something to make him have a heart attack. Same with Tammy. They gave her something, I believe. I can't wait to see or read the autopsy results for Tammy, her cause of death. Chad made Alex help, in my opinion. He screwed up 2 other attempts on people. Yeah. What do you think they gave Alex Tammy to die? I think it's probably some type of poison that can't be traced. Yeah, guys, what was it that we were talking about that Chad had access to? Remember Lori Bellow's ring that she ordered from Amazon 2 weeks before Tammy's death? Her wedding ring, it had that stone in it. And if that stone is ground up, could use it to poison someone, I believe. I can't think of the name of it. I'm not so sure that Alex died of natural causes. I believe he knew the gig's up. We're going to be arrested for murder, and he could have took something, made him have a heart attack. But I believe they said he had a blood clot in his lung. I don't know. Something's just not right with that. Malachite. It's called malachite. I'm so pissed the law enforcement did not take Charles Bella serious. Hey, he tried to warn them and tell them. I mean, Lori did have like a mental health evaluation, but she went in there and lied to them. That's why she passed it. She wasn't honest. Thanks, Beach Bum. I could not think of the name of that. Yeah, it's malachite. Oh, I don't see that person in chat, Beach Bum. Oh, there they are. Foof. Those people would do anything. Nothing would surprise me. Yeah, they're freaking nuts. Like I said, I believe that Chad had been wanting to get rid of Tammy for years. He had hit on other women too, and he used the same pickup line. Oh, I was married to you in a past life. You know what? If some asshole walked up to me and said that, I would laugh in their freaking face. Do I believe in past lives and reincarnation? Yes, I do. I do, but I wouldn't believe something like that. Oh, you're welcome, Faith. I about didn't see you. Sometimes I don't see people if um I overlook it. It's not intentional. I try to talk to everyone, you know. The way Chad sits there during court looking all smug makes me sick. Yeah, he's got a permanent frown on his face. Hey, Alex. How's my chubby girl doing this morning, my baby? Well, how's both girls doing? Hazel Basil's cute as a button, too. Yeah, Chad has a permanent frown on his face, and if you notice Lori's mugshot, she's got that same downward frown. They're just a bunch of freaking nuts, is all it is. Psychos. They really thought they were going to get by with this. They were going to kill their spouses and the children and just collect insurance money and ride off into the sunset together. Freaking idiots. Well, guys, I guess I better get off here because I think 411 Now is going live. You know, he only live streams on Saturday mornings. I think that's happening about 11, and I want to go watch it. Support Will. If you're not subscribed to 411 Now, check his channel out. He really does an awesome job on true crime videos. Yeah, she's going to have frown lines, LOL, which will upset her more than the death of her own children. Yeah, she seems like, to me, she's a very vain person. Brian, I think when she gets to prison, the general population of women going to beat her ass. They will not be able to put her in general population. They don't take kindly to child killers and pedophiles in prison. She's never going to see the light of a day again. Brian, have you seen the video of her in her beauty pageant when she was in Mishras, Texas, out there strutting her stuff? She really thought she was hot shit. Okay, so I will admit, before Lori went crazy and murdered her kids, her outside appearance, yeah, kind of attractive. I'm not going to lie. But she's not attractive now. She's a monster. You got to be beautiful on the inside to be beautiful on the outside. I'm confused on Alex going to prison or jail for a while, taking her third husband, Mr. Ryan. How could he have a concealed license? Well, if it wasn't a felony, I guess that's how. That is a good question. What would they do with the money? The world was going to end. Well, Chad knew the world wasn't going to end. He knew all that was bullshit. He didn't believe in that. He just used that to brainwash Lori and her friend Melanie. She's no hero in this story either. When Lori was saying that her children were possessed, they were zombies, and they describe as soulless beings. She should have picked up the phone, called CPS. That shows someone is not in their right mental state. Yes, I believe in spirits and in demons, and certain cases people have been possessed. The Bible talks about it. But if someone tells me their kids are possessed, the first thing I'm going to think is, oh my gosh, they're having a schizophrenic episode. I need to alert someone, because someone that's got that way of thinking could harm their children, themselves, someone else. Because she's no hero. But anyways, y'all have a good Saturday. It's been a good chat. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I was bored. I'm going to go watch Will. And remember, channel members, tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we're probably going to play trivia. I've not decided yet. We're going to do something fun, though. Ghost stories or trivia. Let me know below which one you want. Ghost stories or trivia. She's a psycho is why she passed. Yeah. She went in there and lied when they gave her that mental evaluation, Bryn. Okay, guys, y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, peace, and check out 411 Now's live stream this morning.